Hello. Welcome to Lori's Classroom Stories and Crochet.
Hi there, this is Lori and I'm here with a quick classroom story, or maybe not so quick. I used to teach a math curriculum that included something we referred to as the Ferris wheel problem. So the problem was to calculate when did someone need to jump off of a Ferris wheel to land in a cart of water that was moving along underneath the Ferris wheel. And we regularly made it clear that they were not to attempt this problem, no matter how good their math was. Anyway, so there were two variables. There was W for wheel time, or how long the person was on the Ferris wheel, and F, which was free fall time. So from the time he jumped off from the Ferris wheel till he would land, or he or she, they would land in the cart. Anyway, so I write this equation up on the board. W plus F. I want you to all picture that in your brain. One of the students, and I'll see if she'll let me say her name, looks up from her desk, says, "Miss Mac, why'd you write WTF on the board?" So there you go. Don't use W and F and a plus in the middle when you're trying to say W plus F. Yeah, I should have done F plus W, right? I wouldn't have had that problem. I also happen to have a student teacher in the room who then got me a WTF stamp. So I still have that. And sometimes if I'm real frustrated, I'll just stamp a piece of paper. WTF. Anyway, if you're too innocent to know what that means, we can just keep it that way. So anyway, I am going to do this video in two parts because I'm planning on giving this to my granddaughter tomorrow. So I'm going to talk first about this, and I'm going to talk about the yarns that are in it. So I made her a cute little, and she's about 18 months, 19 months now. I made her a little hexagon sweater. So let me talk about the different parts. There's the different yarns. Sorry, this is the variegated yellow yarn is this center hexagon. And then this was that squishy, soft, I don't know what kind of yarn. And then this was the light yellow yarn. And then I did the chenille on the end. So this little sweater is, in my opinion, super stinking cute. Has all four yarns. There's some chenille around the bottom there. So it has all four yarns, and I'm hoping to get a picture to insert with my granddaughter wearing this tomorrow. So that's the first thing that I made. And that was a Ladre or something like that. Her pattern, I love her patterns. I really like the way she teaches. I like how she embeds how to size up, size down right in there. It's really, I love her tutorials, so I will definitely link her. This keeps going just a little bit crooked, so sorry about that. Anyway, this one, I had to kind of create my own pattern. So I wanted to make a candy corn looking hat. However, this material, or this yarn, was really tricky to find the stitches, and I didn't want to have to feel all my stitches. That's why this is granny, so that it was easy. You're going in between stitches, so way easier to deal with. So here is the little hat, and it's going to be slouchy. I'm going to put it on this little, I'm not going to pull it down because it's kind of small. This is the little hat that I made, and it will probably be slouchy like this on her head. And I think it very much looks like a bunch of candy corns, which I think is super fun. But let me talk about this pattern that I didn't have a pattern for. First of all, I wanted to make it lines going up and down, because then you can just attach these as you're going. I did the chenille yarn here. So at the end of the line, I would just chain different amounts and then loop it back in and hook it to the next row and kind of pull tight. I did have to still drawstring it at the top. There was a pattern for this on, it was called John Boy Crochet or something like that, but now it's John Boy Beanies, and this pattern wasn't there. And it wasn't granny stitch. Again, I wanted to do granny stitch because I did not want to have to try to find stitches. Let me see if I can find my seam. It's really good that I can't actually find it. I hit it really well. I used one of the other yarns. I think this yarn to make my foundation row. I made the whole thing too long. Again, I was making it up as I went. So I had to actually fold it up on the inside. That's a kind of a mess on the inside to get the right size. And I wasn't doing a real good job of stitch counting. So I just had to fold it and sew it down so that it looked basically the same size all the way around. Anyway, I'm excited to give this to her. I will, like I said, insert pictures as soon as I have them. So that's where I'm at on my Mystery Yarn challenges. I will be adding a few more items, probably just 2 more, but I wanted to get this done so that I could give this to my granddaughter tomorrow. Hi there, I'm here today to show you the rest of my September Mystery Yarn challenge by Armchair Chef Lori. I'll be attaching this to the previous one. I made this little dinosaur. So the lemon colored yarn is here, the variegated yarn is all this. This is the yellow yarn. I had to add a little bit of black yarn. It is for my granddaughter, so needed to be safe. But in the process of completing, I was literally down to the last leg, so I think it was this one. I went to attach it and it was missing. And then I remembered my cat was just playing over there. So my cat had literally just taken off with this little piece. She put it behind the couch over there in that corner. So I had to use a grabber to even get to it. So anyway, I was like, I can't, it's from the variegated. So I was like, I couldn't match that color because here's what's left of that yarn, and the yarn that's on either end is way lighter. So anyway, I did find it. Thankfully, my cat is not subtle. It was the multicolored cat, and her name is Missy. She was goofing around with it, but I'm happy with how it came out. It's kind of way bigger than I thought it was going to be. I should have read dimensions, which is fine. I will attach the pattern on the bottom, but the intent was originally to make a little tiny dinosaur to make garland for my granddaughter's bed. She's got this bed frame that looks like a little house kind of thing. Anyway, but this is way too big to go on a garland. So think mobile size, or baby mobiles. And this is not what that is. So it's a stuffed animal for her instead. She loves dinosaurs. So here we go with this. I decided to make one more thing with my mystery yarn from September. If y'all remember, I got lots of yellow. Here is the size I thought that first dinosaur was going to be. So this is a totally different pattern. It was labeled dinosaur ornaments. So like Christmas tree ornaments, I suppose. Anyway, so there it is. Much smaller than that other one, but that big one, my granddaughter absolutely adores, hugs, carries it around, uses it as a pillow. It's her favorite. So she is a happy clam. She loves dinosaurs. So anyway, she loves that, so it's all good. This is going to be on a garland. So I'm starting to make the chain of leaves, and they're kind of randomly spaced on purpose at different spots. I will be attaching dinosaurs with a little loop of some sort. I haven't totally figured that part out yet, but that will be happening and it'll be super cute. This is also from her pattern, but I must have used a different size hook because it's kind of big compared to this one, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I did her pattern for the spikes, but I kind of like connected them a little bit differently. And then I took this pattern, went to a smaller hook and adapted it because I was trying to make a triceratops. So I made up a little pattern to do that, and then I put horns there. So it's supposed to look like a triceratops. It mostly does. So we got 3 different kind of dinos. I'm going to try to add or take her pattern and adapt it to make it T-Rex. We'll see how that goes. Whenever I get the garland all the way finished, I will certainly make a video of that. But that's what I'm working on right now. And I had one more for the MYC923, hosted by Lori Armchair Chef. And she is collecting names. Again, if you're interested in participating in October, she is collecting names. I will link that video below to make sure that if you're interested in actually participating in the Mystery Orange Challenge, that you can do that. Thanks so much for watching. Talk to you later.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. See you next time.